Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today to share with you this layout that I created using the PinkFresh Studio Life Right Now collection. This is one of the stops along the way for the May A Cherry on Top blog hop. Each month we have a theme, and this month's theme is using busy patterned paper. So my busy piece is well, to me, I'm going to call it a building. So all of the windows that is on the blue background. And I'm going to use that as the foundation of my layout to create a large tip out. So it's very similar to the reading layout that I did with a photo play paper collection, also for a cherry on top as well. So you can see I've created the tip out just using white cardstock, and that is on the right hand side of the page, and that is going to house my photos. And so in essence, what I have done is I have created a condo unit or an apartment building. And so these photos are of the Airbnb that we stayed at in Lisbon when we were there for spring break. And so I took pictures from the Airbnb website. I think they're all from the Airbnb website. They might be my own. I think they're all from the Airbnb website. And so I'm going to use that busy pattern paper literally just as it is. And I'm going to make that my apartment building. And coincidentally, the apartment that we stayed on was actually on the 5th floor. It was termed the 4th floor, but they do funny number counting in Europe. And so to me, we were on the 5th floor and literally walked up 5 flights of stairs. There was one day that we had 55 flights of stairs, not just from going up and down to the apartment, but also because Lisbon is also very hilly. So what I'm doing is I am turning one of these windows into a door. The door was actually green in the apartment building, and I toyed with the idea of green, but there wasn't a nice dark green that was patterned that went with this, and I really liked this blue one. I had a scrap of it, and so I just went with it. So that will be the door, which actually flips open the opposite direction of the tip out on the right hand side, but that's okay. It really is not meant to be a functional door in that it's not serving a purpose. The tip out is more just that I needed some white space to add the photos. I toyed with the idea of fussy cutting some of the photos out and actually, the windows out and putting the photos in behind there. But it looked really weird. It looked like we lived in a bunch of different apartments. And so I really liked the collage of photos on this right hand tip out here. So I put that rainbow colored strip down the side there again, just to provide some delineation between the busy paper and the solid white, so that there's the contrast there. Originally I had intended to use these photos in a 3x8 traveler's notebook. That was my plan, was to use actually a Life Crafted album, and I was going to do it all sort of 3x8 and various other sizes within the Life Crafted album. But I don't like that idea, largely because it confines me to literally just that size. And I have done a fair number of 12x12, and I really want to do some large photo layouts. And so if I can still work the 3x8 size and put that into a 12x12 album, so then the whole album could be Portugal. Is kind of the operandum, the modus operandum that I am operating under. So now I am going to put the title on here. I will show you the beginning of how I just align the letters on the center line ruler. This ruler is from forever ago, but there are smaller ones available like this. So I'm going to use those green letters from PinkFresh Studio. That is from a previous collection. And then I will also use really, really old PinkFresh. You can see the other puffy sticky letters, the blues that I'm using there. And again, I will skip the laborious process of putting each of the letters onto the ruler. But I am well known for my title shuffles and really messing up titles. So I figured I'd save you the agony of having to watch all of that. Plus it's boring, right? Why do you need to? So so pretty much the colors of this layout are going with green and blue. Oops, that didn't work too well, did it? It's okay. And so green and blue end up being the colors. And I will tell you when you look at the close-ups that, this has not been journaled. I did write on the front in that label there underneath Plant House, the green label that says right now, our home away from home, Lisbon, Portugal, April 2nd to 8th, 2022. And so the date just in my own handwriting there. But the actual story of the 50,000 flights of stairs, and the noise and blah, blah, blah. So the actual story of our stay is not there, largely because I'm trying to coax one of the other 2 members of my family who were there on vacation with me, to write the story. I am trying very hard to not make all of these layouts. Most of them are my stories, but I would really like other people to tell their stories as well. Except that nobody really wants to do that. So I'm holding out hope that somebody else will journal in there for me. So I am also going to add, I really wanted to add a few more stickers, just a little bit more embellishment. Most of this I wanted to save for journaling, but I wanted a little bit of decor on the inside there. So I am going to put that piece of green left over from another project that I made up the top with that floral die cut that I have there. I have a strip of a pattern blue left over too, and I will put that at the bottom, but I will do that off camera. So really, in many ways, this is a very simple layout, and that is my take home for you. When you are working with a busy pattern paper like that, you really don't need a whole lot more. That speaks for itself, and that is really, in many ways, the design itself. So that design has a repetition of, we're going to go with rectangles, even though some of the windows are rounded. And so my design incorporated a repetition of rectangles, those photos, and the label on the right-hand side. And then the tip out afforded me to be able to have somewhere to put the journaling, and an additional photo. Actually, I could have put more photos than I actually did, but I really wanted I wanted you to see in that photo of my daughter going down the stairs exactly how many stairs there really were. The other thing I am going to do off camera is I have a small blue label. I believe it's also from PinkFresh Studio that's going to be like the little window to the door. It just needed a little something for contrast in the door, and that you'll see in the close-ups, the label is absolutely perfect. So that, my friends, is going to wrap it up. Oh, I am going to use some Nouveau drops, my new favorite, and I'm not going to smudge them like I have all of my others. So this is part of a cherry on top hop, using busy pattern papers. So be sure to check in the description box down below for what the other gals have done with their busy pattern papers. Enjoy the close-ups. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you are doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.